The rain had started just before midnight, blurring the empty road into silver ribbons. A truck's headlights cut through the storm, wipers straining against the downpour. Inside, a single father leaned forward on the wheel. His dog curled faithfully on the seat beside him. He wasn't expecting to find anyone out here, not in weather like this. But at the bend, where the guardrail dipped, something flashed red, faint, broken, and wrong. He pulled over. In the ditch, half hidden by rain and shadow, lay a uniformed officer, still bleeding and alone. If you believe kindness and hidden strength deserve to be seen, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more powerful stories. He wasn't the kind of man people noticed. A single dad in his 30s, working 2 jobs, tired more often than not, raising his daughter and keeping the bills just barely paid. Neighbors waved politely, but never asked much. At school events, he stood in the back, clutching coffee, letting louder voices carry the conversations. The dog, an old shepherd mix, was his one steady companion. Loyal, quiet, and protective, she followed him everywhere. The two of them, man and dog, had built their life on small routines: early mornings, long shifts, late-night walks along back roads. To most people, he was invisible, just another parent struggling to make ends meet. But invisibility has its advantages. It teaches patience. It teaches you how to notice details others overlook. It teaches you to wait in silence until the moment comes when silence is no longer enough. That night, in the rain, all of that quiet strength was about to surface. The figure in the ditch was a woman in uniform, a police officer. Her cruiser was crumpled against a tree, lights still pulsing faintly through shattered glass. She had tried to crawl free, but her leg was trapped under twisted metal. The blood on her sleeve told him time was running short. He knelt beside her, heart pounding. Her eyes fluttered open. She whispered something, disoriented, barely audible. He pressed his jacket against the wound, but he knew it wasn't enough. "Stay with me," he said firmly. His dog whined and circled, sensing the urgency. Then she bolted into the dark. For a split second, panic surged, but then headlights appeared in the distance. The shepherd had run to the road, barking furiously, forcing a passing car to stop. The driver called 911. The single dad stayed by the officer, keeping pressure on her wound, talking her through the minutes that felt like hours. Every time she started to fade, he repeated her name, grounding her to the moment, refusing to let her slip away. Rain hammered down. His arms shook. His back ached. But he never let go. When the paramedics arrived, they took one look at the scene and moved fast. The officer was lifted onto a stretcher, her vitals weak but steady enough to transport. One medic paused to look at the dad. His jacket soaked in blood, his hands trembling. "What you did kept her alive," the medic said. The dog sat at his feet, soaked, shivering, but alert, the unsung alarm who had brought help. Days later, when the officer recovered, the story spread through the department. A single dad, invisible to most, had been the difference between life and death. His dog had been the siren when radios failed. In a ceremony he hadn't asked for, the police chief shook his hand. Officers stood in silence, some with tears in their eyes. Not because he was extraordinary, but because he had proven something they all needed to remember. Sometimes the strongest hero is the one you least expect. Life returned to its routines. The bills didn't vanish. His shifts didn't shorten. The world still hurried past him in grocery aisles and parking lots. But in the valley of those who wore badges, he was no longer invisible. The officer he had saved visited often. She brought his daughter small gifts, helped with errands, and reminded anyone who asked that a man and his dog had shown what courage looked like without applause. Neighbors started noticing, too. Not the kind of notice that puts someone on a pedestal, but the quieter kind. The kind that remembers patience, loyalty, and action matter more than noise. His daughter never forgot the night her father's steady hands and their old dog's bark rewrote the ending of someone else's story. The lesson was clear. True strength isn't loud. It isn't polished. It isn't planned. It's the choice to act when the moment demands it, and the choice to believe that every life is worth saving, even when no one is watching. If this story touched your heart, don't let it stop here. Like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe to our channel, Kindness Wins, to keep these life-changing stories alive. Drop a comment below. Tell us what part moved you the most. Your words might inspire someone else,